Oh,
There we go.
there we go.
go. Okay, now we got it. Welcome to day 4. Everybody give yourselves a round of applause. We'll give you all high tens. Good job making it here
Right
for 4 days. Woo! All right.
You gotta get up. Don't be stingy with your big old butt. You gotta booty like, whoa. Wait a
Who
minute.
doesn't like Bruno Mars?
I know. Especially his latest stuff.
All right, guys. Day 4, live and well. So what did everybody get from Nick Krem? So let me take a temperature check. Who here just had their minds blown by Nick Krem yesterday? Was that guy just a mile a minute or what?
Yeah.
Yeah, and everybody feel free to unmute, right? Just unmute, say hi.
Oh, hi.
Hello, good morning.
Hello.
I'm gonna keep letting people in. There we go. Let's let Sandy in. Right on. Okay. So what, you guys, Nick Krem had so many one-liners, I don't even know where to start. That one-liners that were like really awesome. So what were your big takeaways? Just let's have a quick conversation before we dive into today's content.
Okay. I didn't watch it yet.
Oh,
I couldn't come. I didn't get home till like 8:30 last night. I was
That's-
gone all day. So I'm going to watch it today.
okay. That's totally okay. It's dynamite. I mean, like holy crap, like he did what Levi did. So we had 2 days in a row of just, Tamra, wouldn't you say it was just like mind-blowing content?
It was. Well, and it gives you so much to think through.
Yes.
Because there's so much, I mean, because Nick definitely dove deep in things that we can do that you wouldn't even have thought of.
Yeah.
Which, you know, and luckily he was actually downscaled yesterday because he didn't talk nearly as fast as he normally does. So you could actually,
like I see Doug laughing. And what's even funnier is the guy's not even on coke or crack or nothing. That's how Nick.
okay, I have to tell you a story. I did a video interview with Nick Krem, the first one that I did. And before we went live, I'm like, dude, I honest to God would think you were on crack. And he's like, not anymore.
Yeah, that was, I just have pages and pages of notes that I have to go through. That I was like, oh my gosh. Okay, so
This is this week only. Can I show you?
right.
Just, I mean, 4 days in, and this is what I have. I only have this much left of my notebook that I'm sure I'll fill between today and tomorrow.
And I did all of these pages.
Yeah, I mean, it's
So-
just insane. The amount of value, you know, and I have to give it to them because they do this and, you know, we're not paying them to do anything. They just are giving from their experience, which I'm so grateful for. Because I want to expand my learning and being able to expand my business as well as, you know, be able to help others do the same thing.
Exactly. I'm trying to look at some of they're like the Nick Krem truisms that jumped out at me. And I have to go through and like really consolidate these notes and write them, like organize them a little better, highlight the big points. But
Well, I liked his, you know, when he explained, if you lead with logic, that's a closed door.
yes, you've got to, right? People make decisions with emotion and then they justify them with logic. You know, the other thing that truly I felt like I had a breakthrough yesterday that I've never heard it delineated so clearly, the difference between marketing and branding. And the fact that they're two very different things. I always just considered them kind of the same thing.
And
And
I actually liked how he broke that down, to be honest.
yeah, so would anybody does anybody have any questions about that? The breakdown between branding and marketing and the different kinds of videos you would do for each one? Because I thought that was really powerful. Do you want to start with that, Tamra?
Well, because I think, when he's talking brand, he's talking you. You are your brand. So when you get out there, you talk about, how you had, say you sold the house. That was the thing that I thought was really cool. How you always see the just listed, just sold.
Yes.
Yet no one ever tells the story behind that transaction, which shows you as the agent, as the professional that actually was able to get that just sold.
Right. And so
that is your brand, in a form of marketing as well.
so the pieces that jumped out at me, and he said some things that I just went boom. And I was like, oh my God. And so one of them was, he said marketing versus branding, two completely different things. With branding, so with marketing, you're putting out basically information that is constantly changing. Marketing is always changing, right? But your branding stuff is consistent. But this is what he said. With branding, you create your own economy. Whoa. And then he said something else. When times get tough, people go to brands they trust. So
that's so true.
In a changing market. So who here has little kids or has had kids or grandkids or any of that? So if you've got a little kid or a grandkid or your spouse or whoever, somebody that you love, and they're really sick and they've got a raging fever, do you go buy Tylenol or Advil or do you buy Western Family?
Yes, I get it.
Right?
Yes.
You go for the brand because you're like, I want the thing that I know is going to work. At this point, I don't care if that Western Family is 20 cents cheaper. I'm not doing an off brand. Why? Why wouldn't we choose an off brand when times are tough or when something's critical?
Well, and it's really true. I mean, if you think about it, you always go for what you know works.
And because there's a trust factor there, right?
Yes.
There's
Yes.
a trust factor. And so building your brand is where you're building that trust factor. And Nico's like, I'm not a co-host. Hold on, Nico, I got you.
Oh, you're good.
You're building that trust factor with your people. So how do you build the trust factor? I'm looking for Nico in the thing. Why can't I find you, Nico? Hey, talk really. Oh, there you go.
I see you.
Because you're in front of my freaking face. Been one of those mornings, guys, we start getting a little punchy by about day 4. So it's like having giant workshops every single day for a week. So just to recap, a lot of people were asking yesterday, okay, if I want to start my brand, what are the first videos that I need to create so people get to know my brand? And he was like, it's easy.
Your beliefs.
And he was like 3 of each, 3 values and 3 beliefs that you have. 3 and 3, not more, not less.
Who would have thought beliefs and values? I mean, if you're going to be putting content out, and I've been doing content for a long time, but that totally blew me away.
Me too. The one, and it's the easiest content to create, you guys. And he was like, you can never, ever, ever create too much of it. You can never create too much, and it never goes out of fashion. It never gets old. It never gets outdated by the market, right? So beliefs and values. So let's just say, hypothetically, we're realtors. Maybe somebody on this training today has a belief that every single person deserves to have a home of their own. And you really believe that. You believe it's like it's one of the critical pieces of having a stable life, because when you're renting, you have no control, right? They could sell the property tomorrow and throw you out. They could raise the rent tomorrow and you can no longer afford it, right? Lots of things can happen. So it gives you stability for your life, whether it's to raise a family or build your career or whatever, but you've got a place that's stable, that's your own. It lets you build wealth in a way that nothing else lets you build wealth. And there's a critical kind of emotional, visceral thing about saying, this is my home. This is my little castle. It doesn't have to be huge. It doesn't have to be fancy,
But it's
God
mine.
damn it, it's mine. And I call the shots here, right? Like it's my little safe place that where I can retreat to and the rest of the world can stay out, right? There's something about that that's so powerful and moving. If you had that belief, so you guys can probably tell, do you think that that's a belief I really have?
Yes.
Hell yeah, that's a belief I have. And if I was and yet it's not really occurred to me to make videos about that. What do I make videos about? This is what rates are doing. And this is what a home inspection is. And this is, but at the end of the day, like those are marketing videos, right? So here's what Nick didn't say. He didn't say, don't do marketing videos. He didn't say marketing videos don't work. What he said was, you need to build your brand separate from the stuff that you're doing about marketing, right? So and then Munawari says, I'm a little confused about brand. For example, Levi Jeans is a brand. So my name is a brand. Can you explain this, please? Yes. So Munawar, what my best take on what Nick was saying yesterday is you'll have all the videos that you would do to promote your business, right? And your marketing videos are largely, I don't want to say just factual, but they're about what's happening currently. Does that make sense? Okay, here's what's happening with interest rates, or hey, we're marketing a home we have for sale, or hey, this is how you can understand the home buyer process, or what are the steps to getting pre-approved, or what are the staging tips to get your home sold. Those are more marketing, right? But the videos that you're going to create about who you are, that's your brand, right? So who are you? Well, that's where you're going to figure out for yourself, what are 3 core beliefs that you have, and what are 3 core values that you have. You're going to figure it out, guys, and it's probably going to take you a hot minute. And here's the thing. His whole thing was, I should be able to ask you and you can rattle them off to me. Did you see how quickly Nick could rattle off his 3 values and his 3 beliefs for a total of 6 things yesterday, right? And it's totally okay.
He goes over that every day.
And I'm going to steal some of his, because some of his resonated so closely with me. I felt like I could totally say those are mine too. Now, is it any surprise that if I feel like Nick's values and beliefs were almost identical to mine, no wonder he was on one of our guests, right?
Mhm.
Because we naturally just resonate with each other. We're like, yeah, you're like my kind of person. You're the kind of person I like to work with. You're the kind of person I'd like to partner with. So if you're doing those same types of videos, can you see how easily people that are out there looking to buy or sell homes, because they are in context, right? Our values and beliefs that we're going to be doing videos about are in context of real estate, right?
Mhm.
And so if you are a homeowner, and so Bonnie, I can see you dead center, right? So I'm going to pick on you. I know a little bit about you, Bonnie. I know that you're a country gal. I know that you've got a ranch in Idaho. I know you've got a damn near ranch in Utah, and that you've got animals and don't you have cows and horses?
Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah, and a big spread. So I know that behind that beautiful lifestyle for you, there are some beliefs and values. If you were to be able to articulate those in video, and I'm somebody that just dreams about having a spread in the country my own way, that kind of down to earth, that kind of real salty, you know what I mean? Like more natural way of life. And you're doing videos about that. And I find you, girl, fuck if I'm going to use anybody else. Guys, I had to warn my co-host this morning that I woke up this morning and I was on one. Like, so you might get a little, it might get a little salty today. So this is my public warning announcement to everybody on today's training. Okay. It just comes on me some days. So Bonnie, if you were to do that, and those people that totally, somebody just bailed, they're like, okay, I'm out. Now, okay, case in point, you guys know I can't help it. I'm intense. I can't help it. I have a lot of energy. I'm really intense. And sometimes I swear because that just seems like the quickest, easiest way to
Your point across.
get my point across. There are some people that they're like, oh boy, that was kind of crass, or that was rude, or that made me uncomfortable. She's too pushy. You're absolutely right. You're not for me. And I'm not for you. And we will make each other unhappy or uncomfortable. Ask either of my two ex-husbands. And so sooner or later, what happens? They gotta go. They gotta go. They're not the right people for you. Okay. This is what branding does. You start to portray exactly who you are through your video. And the people who are the perfect match for you are going to fall in love with you, and they won't use anybody else. The people that don't love you are going to run.
You have to tell your own story.
Yeah.
That's what the whole behind the brand is telling your story, you know, being yourself, throwing it out there, because I think this happens a lot in our industry. And all you have to do is watch social media and you see it. Everybody's doing the same style video, you know, market updates. Oh, check out this house. They do these walkthroughs. Everyone does that. None of, you know, the ones that I've seen, and I could be missing many, but I'm not seeing it. People portray themselves as who they actually are. I just see here, I'm this agent. I've sold this many homes. This, you know, come walk through my multi-million-dollar house that I've just.
Look how cute I am. Now,
you know, but
that's
those
not
are
to hack on
the
ladies
ones that I
is their
see.
brand.
Yeah, those are the ones that I've seen, and I'm not seeing anyone come out and be like, you know what? I have a belief that you deserve to have your own house. You deserve to be that first-time home buyer. You know, you deserve to sell this house and go where you want to go, you know, and be that person, you know, and just show up as yourself and tell your story.
That's it. That's it. Now, guys, let me ask you something. In a world, our whole world is changing faster than we can even, like, you blink and it's changing beyond almost recognition. So in a world that's changing that quickly, in real estate, let's talk about real estate specifically. Who has seen real estate commissions crash and burn in the last 24 months? Okay. Right? On both sides, listing and buyer side, right? Who thinks that if somebody genuinely resonates with you, they love you, they would not consider working with anybody else because they love who you are, they love the way you do business, they feel like you're one of their tribe and they're one of yours. How often do you think commission objections are going to come up? They never even bring it up.
Okay.
It's never even a part of the conversation, you guys. So in a very real way, when you share your values and you share your beliefs, what you are also sharing is your value, meaning you're no longer a commodity to be negotiated down to the lowest bidder, right? Your value is now inherent. And what I have discovered over many years is that there isn't even a commission objection. They are simply happy to sign the contracts and pay you what you charge. So that's the other thing that having a brand does, because really that is the very, the very definition of a brand is typically something that you pay more for, right? Unless the very brand itself is synonymous with discount. So let's talk about it very quickly. What's the Nordstrom brand? Oh, and Jeremy just came in the room. So Nordstrom would be synonymous with high quality, top dollar, right? Whereas what's the Walmart brand?
China.
Yeah, yeah, right. It's bottom dollar. Let's call it affordability, but what do we know? You have to replace it constantly, right? It's not quality, and you know it when you buy it, right? So it's disposable, let's say, type of stuff. So we know that without even having to think about it because they've done such a good job with their brand, you guys, and that's the kind of the biggest piece that I took away from Nick. Now, for people, and again, you guys, we're going to drop a survey for you to fill out before we end for today. We're doing a survey a day. And one of the questions in that survey is, do you want to meet with us for small groups where we really help you implement these things? And we've got a lot, don't we? We've got implementation for vertical videos, implementation for YouTube, implementation for branding. Guys, these are not all the same things, right? So in that survey, when we reach out and say, hey, would you like to be in our group? It's going to be to the people that answered the survey. Because if you couldn't be bothered to answer the survey, you're out.
We can't invite you.
We assume you're not interested. Like by default, you didn't even fill out the survey. So we assume you're not interested. And to be clear, there's no charge for these, right? These are just groups that we're going to be putting together to work with you. But can I be clear? Because I am so all in on Nick's 100% zero, right? That if you guys can't be bothered to say, raise your hand and say, I'd like to be in that group, what the fuck am I supposed to do? Like beat the bushes and like call every one of you and say, would you like to be in the group? No, let me know if you want to be in the group.
God, I love you. There's a reason we're friends.
I know. And I warned you guys, I'm having a moment today. So,
but Belladonna and Tamra both have it, we're both labeled salty. So it's, it works.
I was raised by immigrant Sicilian fishermen. Hello. Okay, so on that note, I think this is going to dovetail in the most awesome way because today's guest speaker is in the room. We are so excited to introduce you to Jeremy. And let me tell you, the thing I freaking love about this guy, love so much, is he is like, be yourself. Whoever you are, that's who you are on video. Do not fake that shit. Do not put on airs. Show up. You wear a t-shirt, show up in a t-shirt. You wear a suit, show up in a suit. But if you want to wear a t-shirt and you show up in a suit, you freaking faker, take that shit off and go put on a t-shirt.
That's right.
What's up, guys? Hello.
Hey, how are you?
I love the introduction.
Honest introduction you've ever gotten. Now, on the flip side, you're like, well, that's great, but how successful is he? Whoa, let us tell you guys. Impact Real Estate, gigantic team, multi-million-dollar. Jeremy, are you guys a mega icon team at this point?
We are, yes.
Mega icon team. So let me break down what that means. To even get the mega icon team classification, you must sell a minimum of 175 units per year. That's the bare minimum to qualify. You've got to have, I don't even remember what the volume requirement is. It's big.
I think the requirement is 40. We'll do about 80.
About 80 million.
Yeah.
So, and these guys, your claim to fame really has been doing a lot of investment property.
Correct. Right? Yeah. So what we do is we teach agents how to be multidimensional, we call it. And again, thank you for that amazing intro. Really pumped me up.
Yay!
Couldn't have said it better myself. So, but yeah, so my name is Jeremy Fuhst. I run a team called Impact Real Estate with my partner, Matt Chick. And kind of going on what you were talking about, we teach agents how to be multidimensional. And so we provide our clients multiple options when we go on listing appointments, and we buy houses ourselves and we give them cash offers. And there's a ton of creative things that we do. And so, yeah, that's kind of our MO is we just teach agents how to be multidimensional, you know, and that's kind of how we start a lot of conversations with agents because, you know, when you jump into real estate, first of all, you don't know what you don't know, you know, and when you first get into it, you assume the job is finding buyers to help get into homes, finding sellers to help sell their homes. And what we kind of have a saying, it's if you're only working retail, you're working for tips because you're getting paid for a service, you know, and so when you actually go in and you start generating real wealth or big money via wholesaling or flipping or sub two or sell it, like all these different kind of creative things, you're creating a lot more income for you and your family. And a lot of times when you do come across deals like that, it is the best option for the seller, you know, and I always like to challenge people's fiduciaries and what they believe their fiduciary is to their client, because a lot of agents are under this assumption that their fiduciary to a seller is to net them the most amount of money. And that's just not the case. And I think companies like Zillow or OfferPad or Open Door, they've proven it. People are willing to leave money on the table for convenience. And so walking in with an open mind and really diving into what your client wants to achieve and what their goals are is super, super important. Don't walk in with this notion that, hey, my job is to get you the most amount of money, period. Our job is to deliver value to our client, whatever that value may be. And so the more you know and the more knowledge you have and the more you can give your client, the better you're going to serve your client, you know? And so that's kind of what we teach at Impact. And it's a lot of fun, you know?
That's amazing. That really resonates because you're always trying to prove value.
Totally. And right now, especially, the market is shifting. How are you going to stand out with other realtors? Because in our market in Arizona, we have am I allowed to swear on here? Because that kind of like words just kind of come out of my mouth.
That's funny, dude. You missed the beginning where I dropped 2 F-bombs already.
Okay. All right. So don't feel guilty if a word slips. All right.
That's why everybody is laughing now, because they're like, didn't Belladonna just say fuck twice already? Like,
Okay, good. All right. So in the Metro Phoenix market, we have a fuckload of realtors here, right? And we're so oversaturated now with the buyer pool and the buyer demand going down. We have this influx of licensed real estate agents and not enough clients, right? We've always had that problem here, but now it's even worse. And so how are we going to separate ourselves from other agents out there in the market? And that's us going in and giving them multiple options. We don't walk into a listing appointment and go, hey, this is what we should list your house for. Here's how I'm going to market your house. Here's what you can expect. You're gonna hear from me every Tuesday to go over all the showing. Like we don't, that's not our presentation. Our presentation is literally a notepad and a computer. And we ask questions, we get to know who they are, we understand what they want to achieve. And then we throw out certain options that best fit whatever they want to do. A lot of times it is listing the house, right? A lot of times it is throwing it on the market. And then we can kind of dive into our marketing plan and all that kind of stuff. But like, that is not our intention when we go on an appointment. It is just to go in with an open mind, understand what they want, and then we can pivot because we can solve their problems, you know? And I think that differentiates us from many other agents who go on these appointments because they just want to go get the listing when we just want to provide value in any way that we are able to. And so we walk into appointments very open-minded and just see how we can help the best we can help. And that's kind of what we teach at Impact.
Well, and that's massive because now we did a 5-day listing challenge a couple 3-4 months back. And there was a lot, we had one whole day where we talked about listing agents competing against all the iBuyers out there. Mm. And it's like, well, that's actually a really genuine service that people need.
Totally.
You really need it sometimes, depending on the situation, right?
Well, that's something that we pitch. That's something that we do, you know, and we'll still get the ER signed. We'll still sell it to Open Door. We'll still get paid on it. And then we just make sure that we've built relationships with these iBuyers to make sure that we have a direct point of contact. We can call them up and say, hey, you know, I got this deal. You guys want it, you know? And so it's definitely a service that like, we're not shying away from. We're not trying to compete with them. It's in our tool belt of things that we actually pitch to our clients. You know, maybe it is the best option for them. Like we are not attached to the outcome, whatever it is, you know, like we just go in, however we can help, we help, you know, and hopefully every once in a while, we do end up buying it ourselves, and we can flip it or we can do whatever we want with it. But our intention again is just being open-minded, and we don't shy away from the iBuyers. Like we'll lean into them sometimes. Like we've sold a lot of our flips to iBuyers 12 months ago because they were giving ridiculous offers, and so we would just sell it to them just to get it off our books,
Right. And so how are you guys leveraging your video to help you dominate that marketplace where you're at with so many agents that you're competing against? How do people kind of know what sets you apart?
So it's kind of funny because in the wholesale flip space, Arizona is almost like the mecca of that. A lot of the big names that people know throughout the country are in Arizona. And so that space in particular, very, very saturated and difficult because we're competing with some fucking ballers, right? Like we're competing with guys who've been doing it forever and everyone knows who they are. And one of something that we really believe in and something that we really focus on is just attraction and being ourselves. And so, we have a full-time video guy on staff. And he'll follow us around. We do these vlogs. We do so many different things where people are like, what the fuck do you guys even do? Right? Like, because we're all over the place and we do so many different things. Like we're developing a CRM right now where we might buy a fucking nail salon next. Like we just do like weird shit. We seek opportunity is what we call it. We say, you don't need more money. You need more people because people provide opportunity and you just have to know when to capitalize on the opportunity, right? We don't chase money. We chase opportunities. And using video is like, everyone's been saying it for 5 or 6 years. You need to use video to stand out. You need to use video to stand out. My belief is you only use video to stand out if you like doing video. If you fucking hate video and you just want to, and you're better at writing and you have these content shoots twice a month and you go to take pictures and you love writing these stories and you can really compel people and motivate people or move people or get people emotional about your writing, then fucking write, right? Fuck video.
Do a blog.
Yeah. Like whatever the fuck you want. But if you love video, there's no better way to get someone to understand who we are. Oh, are you still there?
Yep.
Are you still there?
We're here.
Okay, sorry. There's no better way to understand.
Bro.
sorry. I got a phone call. It's connected to my iPad. But videos, it's the number one way of portraying who you really are, right? Like how you speak, your cadence, the words you use, your body language, your personality, your humor, how you negotiate, all these different things. It's so powerful on video because they see it, and when you read, I can go write something and it could be very moving or emotional. And I love writing, but like I write a certain way. That's not my personality. It's just kind of how I write. And I love it, but it doesn't really portray who I am. And so video is so powerful because you can actually get people in your world and they can understand what you do and who you are and what you believe in and your values and all these different kinds of things because it's real. It's a real thing. And so like we go all in on video. Like we love it. I love making videos. I love making crazy videos. We do these music videos all the time.
Those are so good. I love your music videos. Those are great.
Our bit when we moved to EXP, we've only been here for 6 weeks maybe, and we did that Soldier Boy parody. That was super fun to do. Like we just love doing all kinds of different stuff and just having fun. Like when we created Impact Real Estate 1.5 years ago, like we made a commitment that whatever we do, we're gonna have a good fucking time doing it. And we're gonna build the business around what we love doing. And so when we come into the office every day, we fucking love it, right? And we're gonna leverage our creativity. There's something we have what's called 4 impact laws. And so when you join the team, it's something that we abide by, right? And the 4 impact laws. But the second one is you are the predominant creative force in your life. And we really lean into that because we have to be creative as realtors and investors and flippers and whatever you are. You have to be creative, right? Because we are entrepreneurs, and entrepreneurs don't live inside of a box. We live so far outside of the fucking box, and we have to think and we have to be creative and we have to do things different. And we have to problem solve, and that requires you to be creative, right? Or if you want to go content create, that requires you to be creative. And there's all different kinds of things that we can go over later or whatever about squeezing out that creativity and whatnot. But like being creative is who we are as entrepreneurs, and we have to be creative. And so me, I'm a creative like person at heart. I was in music. I worked in recording studios. I did all these things. And so I've got that creative thing in me. Not everybody has that, but there's certain things that you can go do to squeeze out the creativity from you, you know, if you really choose to do it. But I believe 100% being creative and leaning in, like you said earlier, into who you are. Video fucking can't do it any better than a fucking video.
Yes. I
Yes.
love you. I
Yes.
love you so much. You're already right up there with one of my favorite people. Okay.
Well, we'll
So-
see how at the end. We'll see if your opinion changes.
It's not going to change, man. It's not going to change. So what you're doing right now, because what I see, especially with agents, especially with real estate agents that are primarily residential real estate,
Mhm.
they're scared of everything. They're scared of not looking right. They're scared of not sounding right. They're scared that they're not going to be perceived a certain way, not professional, not whatever. And then people aren't going to want to work with them and they're going to lose business. So what's your take on that?
Yeah, I mean, I fully fucking agree with you, right? I mean, agents jump in and they're like, wait, what the fuck are you talking about? I'm going to post this picture. I look like shit, or I just woke up, or I look fat as fuck. I'm not posting that shit, right? Like it's all the time. Like we hear it all the time. And so I used to teach all these social media courses and all these things. And I really built my business on Facebook. You know, my second year in, I did 50 units, 15 million in production. And it was really through social media and Facebook. And so I used to teach these classes on what I did. And a big part was being organic. I'm a huge fan of organic content. The reason why I love organic content, like I don't go do fucking content shoots. Not my vibe. I'm not going to go put on a fucking suit and me sitting on a fucking granite countertop looking all cheesy as shit. Like that's not who I am. That's not my vibe, right? I'll do this. I'll take out my phone right here, take a picture like this, boom, and then post that and write some sort of caption, right? But I'm a big believer and a lover of organic content because that again is authentic. I want people to know who I am. Exactly.
Got it.
Okay, my turn.
Got it, bro.
There we go. I just want people to know me, right? I want people to know who I am. And I think that's the power of social media. It's not to fake it till you make it. You know, it's just to show people who you are and what you'll do for them and what you have done and who your family is and what you do for fun and what are your hobbies. Like, who are you? And who do you want to work with and who wants to work with you? And so being organic and who you are is super important to me. And so when people come in and they're scared, like I'm empathetic to it. Like I've worked with countless agents who have that same fear. And they're like, fuck, dude, I'm not posting that shit. And I'll sit with them and I go, just post it, right? Just post it. So I used to have this thing. It was like the Nike logo, right? And I removed the just do it and it was just post it.
Oh, that's awesome. Great. I'm stealing it. I'll give you
Do
credit
it.
though. I'll steal it,
Do
but I
it.
will give you credit.
Don't need it. You just post it, share the word. But it's this fear that we're projecting how you think your audience is going to perceive it. And it almost, to give you like another analogy, is when you walk into a listing appointment and you're trying to get a 6% listing agreement. And what we teach is when you are asked, what do you charge? What is your commission? We say 6% and then we shut the fuck up.
Thank
What
you.
most agents do is they say 6% and then they already start justifying why they charge 6% because they have this limited belief or this projection of they have to justify it because they're already getting a commission objection in their head, right? And so the same thing applies to like a social media and why you don't want to post. You're already projecting how you think your audience is going to receive this photo and you just can't do it, right? You post it, you shut the fuck up and you just move on with your life. No one is going to look at a picture of you eating a fucking bowl of Cheerios and go, wow, that fat fuck eats Cheerios for breakfast. Like no one is going to think that.
And if they do, who gives a shit?
And if they do, who gives a shit? Like that's just not how people think, but we project that onto our audience because we have some sort of limiting belief on what people think of us. And also like, but typically people you see on social, your friends, your family, we see them all the time. We know how they look. We see when their hair is slightly messed up because of the wind, or because their window is down in their car, or they have ketchup on their chin. Like, it's not a big deal, right? If you see someone out and about and you go, that guy has ketchup on his chin, what a dweeb, right? No one fucking says that shit. No one does, but we're scared to post it because we project how they feel about us without even giving them the opportunity to feel it.
Yes,
so-
that is so me.
It's so many people.
Yes, that's so me 100%.
It's just, it's not just you. I promise. There's the far majority of people believe that. And so it's overcoming that. And the only way to overcome it, I promise you, is just to post it and really feel what it's like to post it and the lack of rejection you get from posting. That is the only way to get over it. Because then eventually you're going to go, oh, this isn't that bad. Like, I'm not getting shit on. I'm not getting hated. I'm not getting made fun of. I'm just being me, you know?
Yeah.
And
Or
so that's why we
sometimes-
had that just post it thing, you know, just post it.
Sometimes I do, but you get over that too.
Yeah. I mean, and like also, so then you get over that and then you post something that you really love and then you get shit engagement with it. And you go, wait, why did nobody like this? I loved it. And now I'm self-conscious because I thought it was going to be a banger.
I just saw my husband in the other room. All right, hold on.
Wait, what does that mean?
Yeah, I don't know. I was like, what does that mean?
They're seriously the cutest couple you'll ever meet.
Oh, okay.
Hello.
Okay, so we are dying because you would love Jeremy.
Oh, I'm sure.
Jeremy right here.
Hey, nice to meet you, brother.
Nice to meet you, bro.
Just be your damn self
Oh,
in your
God.
video.
Yeah,
Yeah, just be yourself.
that's the best.
And they're
advice in the
selling
world.
like gazillion homes. They're doing so well.
Oh, I'm not surprised. That's beautiful.
Yeah.
I'm happy to hear that.
He's like,
Well,
nobody
thank you,
cares
man.
about that shit.
I did not want to interrupt you guys.
Well, I noticed some of my highest engagement posts are the ones where
Thank you.
I just out there, my husband absolutely hates to be on video, hates it. So I'll record him and then I'll post it.
I love you.
But they're my highest engaging posts because it's just me being me. Even though he doesn't like to be on video, but I do it just to torment him. So
Hell yeah. So eventually you're going to get to a point where, you know, when I teach these things, I used to post 3 times a day on Facebook and I still have the reminders on my phone. It was 8 a.m., 11:55 and 5 p.m. And if I didn't have, and people are like, how the fuck do you come up with so much content? Like, it wasn't me coming up with content. It was, hey, I get that notification. What am I doing right now? Take a picture, post it. It could be me brushing my teeth. It could be me eating cereal in the morning. It could be me driving. It could be me, whatever I'm doing. And then I'd post it. But when you post so much, the reason why I wanted you to post so much was you're going to understand what your high engagement stuff is. Typically, it's going to be either your husband, your kid, something along those lines. Those are going to be your high engagement stuff on Facebook, depending on your audience. And then you can leverage that because let's say you have a new listing coming up and you want to post the listing on Facebook when it goes live. Nobody gets good fucking engagement on real estate shit on Facebook.
Never.
Right? The only
Never.
like the only thing that you might get good engagement on is like a closed, right? And you have like a cute thing that you put in Canva and you make it cute. It's like, just close, help my client. Maybe you'll get good engagement there. But if you post new listing coming up, you get fucking 4 likes. And those 4 likes are your fucking title rep, your preferred lender, and someone else who wants to get your business, right? Like, that's it. That's all who likes your stuff. And so I would leverage so the way the Facebook algorithm works, I'm sure you guys know, but in case you don't, is they want you to stay on their platform longer, right? And so they have their algorithm based around things that they think will make you stay on the platform longer. And so they put all the stuff that you engage with the most at the top of your feed, right? So that's why, like when you hop on there, it's always like your best friend or always a realtor you're partnered with or someone like that, because that's who you engage with and that's who you comment with. And so when you post a picture of, let's say, your kids, you and your kids, and you go and get fucking 100 likes on it, 200 likes on it, and you get a ton of, oh, he's so cute, and you get a ton of those comments. Now it's telling Facebook that person wants to see more of your content. So then you go and post your new listing And even though you only get 4 or 5 likes on it, you know it's in front of everybody, right? And so you can use things like that where you can use content that doesn't get a lot of engagement, but you can trust on the algorithm to actually put it in front of their face, you know, even if they don't like it or engage with it. So I do things like
really smart. That's actually another really smart reason why, because we get a lot of agents saying, well, I don't want to put personal stuff on my page.
Totally.
Yeah.
And I'm
Which I'm empathetic to. I put a ton, right? I invite everyone into my world. Everyone knows my kid. I post my kid's 2.5. He's cute as shit. I post him all the time. But like, I'm empathetic to those who are scared of it. And they, like, that is your call. I don't push on that. I don't lean on that. Like, that's a very personal decision for you. That's just not who I am. But I do encourage it if you feel open to it and showing people your family and things of that nature. You know?
Like,
it's like the same thing. Like, I don't.
That was the best one. That was
Which one?
the one where you're in the pool. You just did that one just recently. Yours.
Was it with my son? Maybe
It was.
Yeah, and you were on like one of those pool floaties, like those.
Oh, yeah. And I said beached whale or something.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Just
again, I post whatever.
funny posts like that, but it draws people's attention in because you're just being you.
I'm just being me, you know. And I want to work with people like me, right? I don't want to work with someone who wears a suit every day and makes me not swear or just makes me not be myself. You know, I just don't want to. And
Dude,
like,
you'd have a hard time in Utah.
I would have a hard time in Utah. I would. But I also have this thing where, you know, I believe once you start making money, you become a better realtor, right? Because I've been, you know, like, my story is pretty rough when getting into real estate and going broke and being negative. And you want to hear like the actual story?
Totally.
That kind of changed my world. Okay. So,
Absolutely.
First year in real estate, very typical. Get into it. No idea what the fuck to expect. Get into it. It's hard as shit. Don't do very well. I'm like, what the fuck is this? I thought I was going to sell homes like a motherfucker. They make it look easy on HGTV. Right. And doesn't happen. Of course. And so I hooked up with this dude named Matt Chick, who's now my business partner. This was going into, this is probably after 7-8 months, something like that. And at the time, my wife was pregnant with my son, and it was November, December, something like that. And I really hit rock bottom. My wife wasn't working, and we were negative, right? We were negative a couple $1,000 on our bank account. We were overdrafting everything. And I'm like, what the fuck am I doing? And I'm getting a lot of pressure from my wife saying, hey, like, you got to get a job, obviously, right? Like, we have negative money. We don't have any money. Like, we're negative money. Like, what are you going to do?
We're gonna run out of food soon.
And so we had a lot of tough conversation. I was like, babe, you just got to trust me, right? I'm like, I'm going to make this thing happen. I'm not going to quit. And so I pull out a personal loan of $6,000 just to get us by for the next couple of months and to catch us up. And in February, I get this client, and it was this big gospel woman, big old family, hallelujah, praise Jesus kind of woman. Fucking loved her to death. And we got her under contract on this house. And again, I was really depending on this commission check, right? Very much so. And so on close of escrow, on the day we're supposed to close, it was a bad storm here. And I let my house cleaner in. Oh, no, sorry. On day of close, we got denied to close because there was an HOA lien on the property for the exterior paint, something like that. And so we pushed it out 2 weeks. And then on that new close date, it was on a bad storm, and it was raining and it was windy, all that kind of stuff. And I called my house cleaner. I'm like, hey, sneak into this house. I'm going to give you the key. We haven't closed yet, but it's vacant. I want you to clean it. And so by the time we close and I go deliver keys, the house is clean for them. Never done that in my life. So my house cleaner gets inside the house, and rain is pouring through the roof, right? And it's not a good situation. And so we've already pushed close 2 weeks. I'm like desperate for a check, and it's coming down really bad. And so it's about a 45-minute drive from where I was. And so I haul ass down there, and I'm like, fuck me, dude. Like, I really need this house to close. And so I call my client, and my client's like, I'm not moving into this house. You know, I'm not moving into it. And the house was huge. It was like 3,500 square feet. But it was like in the middle of a flip. It was like these flippers that kind of bailed on the project. And so it needed some TLC. And she was like, well, it's perfect because I got fucking 13 people moving in here, 4 of my brothers. We're going to do all the work ourselves. It was a really good situation for him. because they couldn't afford the house that would fit them if it was done up, And so it's this perfect house for them. And they were like, no, I can't with this roof. Like I can't afford to replace the roof. And I was like, I get it. Right. And so I called the agent and I said, hey, if you want to move forward, we need to get the roof replaced. And she's like, no, we're going to take it back out to market. Because when I was there, check this out. When I was there at the house, watching the water pour through the ceiling, I said the owner, who is this flipper, came to the house while I was there with a caulk gun, went into the attic and just caulked where it was leaking.
Oh, come on.
Yeah. Yeah.
Whoa,
And I was
my
like,
God.
holy shit. Right.
Yeah.
Uh,
Oh my God.
and so
Flipper's
at
a
that,
bad name. You just want to like
dude,
give that guy
I
a
know.
running
And what
spot.
sucked is like, if there wasn't a storm, we would never have known. Right. We would never have known if there wasn't the lien on the house for exterior paint from the HOA. It wouldn't have got pushed back. It wouldn't have rained. We wouldn't have known. 2 weeks later, it would have rained. My client would have been totally fucked and shit would have been ruined. It would have been a nightmare. So can't close on it. Call the agent. Doesn't want to do it. Wants to put it back on market. And at that time, I was really like leaning on my partner, Matt Chick, emotionally, because I was going through a very hard time, like a very, very hard time, very much in my head, very much saying like, what the fuck am I doing? Like I ruined everything, spent all of our money trying to make this happen. This isn't going to close. What am I doing? And he goes, dude, you just got to pray. Right. And you got to ask God and you got to go, hey, like, what do you need from me? What do I need to be doing? And so I've always had this relationship, and I grew up Christian, but I kind of like didn't really entertain it. Right. It was just kind of there. And so I did. So I prayed. And after I prayed, I had this really overwhelming feeling of you got to donate your commission check to get this roof done. And so I was like, fuck. And it was just this feeling in my head. Right. And it kind of like took over me. And so then, so I called my roofer and I was like, hey, I need a quote on this roof. And the roof quote came back to the exact amount of my commission check. And so I was like, okay, here we go. And so I called title. I'm like, hey, we're going to do a paid outside credit to get
Hey,
this
I'm
roof
totally
done.
getting chills.
And so I would do a paid outside credit for my entire commission check. And so I text my client and I'm like, hey, we're closing. You're getting a new roof this weekend and you're going to get to move into this house. She didn't really understand where I was, right? Because I don't portray my problems onto my clients like most of you should, right? Most of you shouldn't. And I was like, hey, congratulations, you're going to get this house. And she's like, I don't know how I can repay you. And I said, all I want you to do is pray for me and my family. And so then the next 6 months is when I closed the 15 million. And when I had all these extra opportunities and when I grew what I've grown is because of that moment. And when I could have easily quit and when I could have easily walked away from my faith or whatever it was, and so that moment really changed my life. And so I understand, I guess my point is I understand what it's like not having money and really trying to force things to happen to make money. And so to circle around to my point, when you have money, you can be you don't have to be attached to the outcome. You can actually bring real value to your clients, or you can fire clients that are making you miserable, or you can just do things different because you're not depending on that check, And so when you don't have money, you are depending on that check and you are trying to force things through more because you want that money because you need to survive and you need to feed your family, you need to pay your bills and all that kind of stuff. I don't really remember the point on how we got here, but that was my story. And that was my point. When you have money, I believe you're actually a better realtor. And so I understand what it's like not having money and being challenged and being faced and what it's like to actually persevere through that, because that was a fucking shit show time in my life. I had a lot of family pressure, a lot of financial pressure, and my life changed drastically.
So, and it seems like that's a killer story, by the way.
Oh, yes.
Thanks for sharing.
Well, it was a very difficult
Well,
time, and I'm just happy I came out the other side.
So
But I
here,
think a lot of can relate to that.
Yeah.
everybody,
I can relate to that.
I can too. Everybody can relate to that. And I almost feel like that's the fear that's holding people back from being authentic in their video, because they're
Totally.
afraid if they're authentic, they're going to end up in that boat where they have no clients and no money and
Totally.
no bills, and they're going to end up out of real estate. I think there's like this cascade of negative thoughts that takes off. And what they don't realize is it's like all the opposite. Everything you think is the opposite of whatever the hell it actually is.
Totally. Well, what's crazy is so the stereotype in real estate, previously is older demographic, suit and tie, very professional, all that kind of stuff. And then we started getting like the millennials involved. I hate that fucking word, millennials, but you started getting the younger demographic involved. And they're slowly changing the perception of what a realtor is. But at the same time, you do have realtors who use social media, and social media is by far the most influential thing to our social society. And so we're using social media, and where everything's looking perfect because they do pay for content shoots, and they do go and dress up, and they do these things. And it shows other people wanting to get into real estate that that's what they have to do as well, you know? And so for me, I just want to make sure my message is, dude, be whoever the fuck you are. If you want to wear a suit and tie every day, wear a fucking suit and tie every day, right? Like if that's your jam, fucking do it. If you want to come in wearing flip-flops, wear fucking flip-flops, dude. Like it doesn't fucking change. Our goal is to have conversations, ask questions, and solve problems. Like, and that's it. As long as you can do that at the highest level you can do, you're going to be super fucking successful. And if you have the grit and tenacity to get you through those crazy fucking times.
Well, because that's what real estate is. It's always crazy.
Always crazy. Always. It's like we're about to come into it, right? The next 12 months, we're going to see a fucking exodus of agents because the market shifted. They don't know what the fuck to do. And if you don't surround yourself or do things like what you're doing right here, and you're not getting other people's perspective, and you don't have a community or you don't have a team, it's going to be very difficult for you. Very, very difficult. We need community through these market shifts. I've never gone through one, so I don't want to speak like outside my scope. I've been in real estate 4 fucking years. Okay?
Yes.
So
Tamra and I sold full time straight through the market crash.
well, so you could probably advise 10 times better than me. But I guess my goal is, as this shifts, I want to be surrounded by people where I can mastermind with them and we can bounce ideas off each other. You know, and those who don't have that or are scared to do that because they have the secret sauce and they don't want to share it, and they have this scarcity mindset, it's going to be a lot more difficult for them because they don't have that. And they don't have those people to lean on, you know?
You know, it's interesting that you bring that up, because that's always one of the things I was always condemned for, because I shared everything.
Totally.
Do this. This is what works. Do this. Do this. I use this. I did that. And everyone would come at me like, why are you telling your secrets?
Yeah.
I can't sell the whole fucking state. So I mean,
yeah.
You know,
like there's enough fucking business for everybody, you know?
Now
I'm
you
a big
got
believer.
Tamra doing it. That's the first time Tamra stopped the F-bomb in 4 days of challenge.
Yeah, well, because once I get started, it doesn't quit.
That's amazing.
And
That's
so
amazing.
Tell me what you think about this too. Seriously, Jeremy, because here's what I love about shifts. Shifts is when you grab market share.
Yes.
Totally.
You can gobble up market share when people are starting to get scared and they start to bail. They start going back to doing hair or whatever the hell they were doing before real estate. That's like my inside mean joke that I say to people, like, go back to doing hair or whatever. Go back to selling cars. And I think there's no better way to like snag market share than video.
Totally. Well, because again, like,
cost you anything. So if you don't have it, you don't have any money, but you've already got your damn phone, then you got your phone.
Again, organic shit, right? Like it doesn't, we don't need to get in our own heads with something. You have a thought, record the fucking thought. Don't even watch the goddamn video. Post that shit.
Oh, there it is again.
There it is again. You're the second person that said, don't watch the video.
Don't watch it. So there's a few things. So if you are scared of the camera, but you want to get used to the camera, here's some dangerous advice, but this is what I give. Okay. So take it for what it's worth. Don't show anybody. If someone gets hurt because of it, I'm not to blame. But so when you're driving in the car,
is it?
When you're driving in the car, you open your phone while you're driving and you record. All you are doing is about 60 seconds of talking about who you are. My name is Jeremy Fuhst. I was born in Prescott, Arizona, got my real estate license 4 years ago. My goal is this, my wife is that. And you're just talking about who you are. You record it, you stop it, you record another one, you stop it, you record another one, you stop it. And then when you park or when you get to wherever you're going to get to is when you watch them back. And you realize it's not as bad as you might think. The hardest part is hearing yourself, right? People are when they hear their voice over a microphone or in headphones for the first time, that's when they panic. And they're like, what the fuck? My voice sounds like that? Like, I didn't know that's what people hear. Like, my voice is ugly as shit. I don't want people to know that. You know, and that's the very first thing people notice is their voice, not so much the visual.
Sound of my voice. I hate
Did.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so you got to get over the voice first, hear yourself over and over and over and over again. But the exercise is just so you can hear it and see it over and over and over and over and over again. And eventually you're going to get used to it, you know? And so I just do it while you drive because I'm a big believer in optimizing my time. I'm not going to sit here in the fucking chair talking to a camera for an hour. I'm not going to do it. But, and so the not posting thing is if you're kind of comfortable with it, like I can go and record a video right now, never watch it, post it, and be super comfortable because I'm just comfortable with people accepting me for however I looked in that moment at that time on that day, right? I just don't care. So once you get to that point, then just don't watch it. Record it, boom, post it, done, out. And then just forget it. You know, it's out there in the world. But so using video to, like, you could be talking about so much shit right now. Look at your market. Look at what's happening in it. What resources are you using? Who is your preferred lenders? What kind of rates are they giving? Are you getting concessions? Are you getting contracts accepted that are contingent? Like, what is happening? Just tell the story and post it. You know? But there's so much video you can do that's super organic. Pop it open, tell a story, post it. I don't use YouTube. So like I'm more Instagram, Facebook. So longer format video is something that I don't focus on. Mine is all very short, digestible, 60 seconds to about 3 minutes type of stuff, you know?
But that makes it really easy for people to start.
Totally. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because you can work your way into longer form video like YouTube, but get comfortable the way you're talking about, right?
Yeah. And it could, like, we just get in our heads, you know, we get in our heads. Take one nugget and talk about it. One nugget, whatever that is. What did you do today? You know, and it could be just what you did to prospect. And all you do is you shift the storyline to, hey, I called 200 people today to try to get my buyer into a home, even though you're prospecting for a listing, right? Hey, just call and see if you want to sell your house. No, fuck off. Click next, right? Whatever it is. But you change the storyline to call 200 people today because I'm trying to turn over every single stone for my clients to see if I can get them into the house that they love, you know? And so you just change that perspective, but you can even talk about what you prospected for, right? You could talk about what you had for lunch. Did you like it? Went somewhere new? What is your favorite Chick-fil-A sauce, right? Do you like the classic Chick-fil-A sauce or do you like Polynesian? Do you like barbecue? What is it? Those posts blow the fuck up because people feel so goddamn strong about their Chick-fil-A shit, you know? Yeah. But you get them with like that and people will comment for days and days and days and days. And all you have to do is respond, you know? All you gotta do is respond. And so we overthink so many things when really it's so easy and you just look in front of you and record. Whatever comes to mind, just record and talk about it.
But that will attract your vibe by doing it.
Hell yeah, it will.
You'll attract those that actually want to work with you, and then you will, you know, that you'll want to work with as well.
Totally.
And it'll define your brand by default because you're just you. And since you are your brand will start to build up around that.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So do you guys know, have you heard the name, the Tattooed Realtor?
Yes.
Yes.
You know him? So he was on our team for a long time. So we brought him into it. We recruited him. We brought him into real estate.
Was it he on your podcast, Tamra?
Yeah, I did with Justin Mercer. Mm-hmm.
Oh, really? So he's a good friend. Recently left our team to kind of do his own thing called Tattoo. And so we had this.
I don't know why he would do that.
Yeah, whatever. It's a sensitive topic. Okay. It hurt my heart. But we got this dude, Justin Mercer, this massive brand, right? This massive brand. And his branding is more of the cliche version of what a brand is you have your color schemes, you got your logos, and it's all over the place. It's very noticeable. It's who he is. And so people ask me about my brand, and that's not me. Like, my brand is me. And people know when they see a piece of my content, they know it's me because I am very much me. I don't go out and fake it, you know? And so, like, when I talk about branding, it's like what you just said, and it's super cliche to say, but like, you are your brand, you know, and you get to define and you get to decide and you get to choose what you want your brand to be. And my strongest encouragement is it needs to be who you are. And the minute you try to twist it and turn it, it gets more complicated, it gets more fake, and it gets more susceptible to people going, that dude or that gal is fake as fuck. And that's something I don't want, you know? And so my brand is me, and that's all I got to worry about. And so I just go out, record whatever the fuck I want, go have as much fun as I want, and go create as many videos as possible. But we lean into video heavy. You know, again, we have a full-time camera dude, edits all the videos now. I used to do it all myself. And there's a point in your career where in the beginning of your career, you have time over money, you know, and then eventually you use money to leverage more time. And so that's kind of where I'm at in my career. And so we have a full-time camera guy who does all that for me. But like, I used to be 100% the show, you know, that was all me. And I'd have like my own little studio set up, and I'd do my 2-minute Tuesdays.
What we want to turn into. Okay. I have to ask, what was your favorite video editing software?
Mine. So I used Adobe Premiere for everything.
Nice.
This motherfucker on the other side of this wall, my camera dude, uses Final Cut.
Final Cut.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I have. So it's going to have to be good enough, though.
So what's funny is, so last week, so I'm a big believer in what's called a unique ability. And it's one of our 4 impact laws, and it's you choose to live within your unique ability. And my unique ability is it's somewhere in the creative realm. And when you're in a rut, or when you're not feeling motivated, or you don't feel like working, or you're just kind of feeling down, you got to jump into whatever your unique ability is to relight that fire inside you, and just to go out and because it comes fluid and natural to you. You don't have to overthink it. You can just kind of dive into it. And so last week I was in that kind of that mode where I was kind of in a rut. You know, I was just like, fuck, I don't want to be here right now. I just want to go home, lay on the couch and do nothing. And so I called, I grabbed some guys from the office, and I'm like, one of them, he moved to LA to make music. And so he kind of knows how to make beats and shit. And then this other guy on our team, and I said, guys, we're going to do a 5-hour challenge where Emilio, you're going to make a song on your computer right now. We're going to write lyrics. We're going to record a song. We're going to record the lyrics, and then we're going to make a video, and we're going to post it within 5 hours. Right. That's what we're doing. And so we record the song. Turned out fucking amazing, by the way. The video was the hard part, because our video guy, he had a dentist appointment, wasn't here. So I'm like, fuck, I'm going to have to edit this. The only thing I have now is Final Cut, because we wanted to be able to share stuff back and forth. Never used it in my life.
Oh.
So we record all the video just on our cell phones. Again, we wanted to be organic. And I throw it all in Final Cut, and I go, what the fuck am I doing on here? Like, I don't even know. And so I had to cancel our 5-hour challenge because I didn't know how to use Final Cut. And I was like, what the fuck? Like, I had no idea. It was like so foreign to me. I was like, fuck, like I'm the reason why we fucked up the 5-hour challenge, and we were killing it. But because that goddamn software, I should have just stayed with Premiere, and then I could have busted it. I guess that's my whole point. Fuck Final Cut. It's my whole point here. Okay?
I want to see the video.
So we haven't even done the video. All I have is the song.
Oh, because you couldn't do Final Cut.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, but it's really cool. So like, and so I was talking to Emilio, the guy that made the beat, and he goes, dude, he's like, how excited you are over this song is making me more excited, right? Because I was like, this is fucking amazing. And I'm like, dude, we literally had this idea that came from thin air, and we created something out of nothing, right? We had nothing. We didn't have lyrics. We didn't have a beat. We didn't have anything. And all of a sudden, within a few hours, we have this song that we made from scratch. And that kind of a thing is the coolest fucking thing in the world to me, where you have an idea and you execute on it and you implement, and it turns into something that you're super, super proud of. It's just the coolest fucking thing. But that goes for everything. That can go into video, that can go into business, that can go into a fucking auto plan or campaign or whatever the fuck you do in your CRM. It can go into anything. You have an idea, you execute on it, it turns out, and it's like, what the fuck? This is cool as shit. But most people have an idea and they don't go implement. They don't go execute. They have the idea, and it lingers there, and it lingers there, and it lingers there, and then eventually it fades away, and they don't execute on the idea. But like with video, like I do this thing to squeeze out the creativity, kind of like what I was talking about earlier, where the reason why I wanted to do it in a 5-hour challenge is, which I think was too long in retrospect, I should have done it sooner or shorter, is a brainstorming idea. So you never brainstorm alone, first of all, right? You always got to get at least two people, more the better. people you feel comfortable with, because there's no such thing as a stupid idea. And if you don't feel comfortable saying a stupid idea, then you'll get nowhere. So people you really trust, respect, people in your world. And so let's say, hey, I want to make a video about interest rates, but I want it to be funny, and I want it to be different, and I want it to be, I want it to have a theme of food, whatever it is, right? You just have this crazy ass idea. Want interest rates? I want to be able to use, I want to tell a story with food as an analogy, whatever it is. So you have this base idea. Hey, I really want to brainstorm this idea. You set a timer for 120 seconds, and everyone blurts out the first words that come to their mind, right? So it could be carrot, inflation, potatoes, like whatever it is, right? And you have a scriber, you have someone that's writing all these down. Then afterwards, you go through it, and it's from those words is where you generate your inspiration for the ideas, because it's just your starting point, right? And it can come from something as stupid as a fucking potato, right? Someone says potato. Oh, what if we did a potato that's rotten, and then it used to be good, and the interest rates were great, but now it's fucking terrible, just like this rotten potato, like whatever it is, right? It can come from these stupid things. And so that's one thing that we do all the time is we set the super tight category or the super tight time frame within a category, and we just try to milk out all that creativity from that list that we create. And it could be fucking 50 words, it can be 100 words. But once you get that ball rolling, one word will inspire another word, and that will inspire another one, and that will inspire another one. And eventually you have this giant list, and that's where you draw your inspiration from just one idea. Now you have 100 that you can run in, and ideas just start coming. And once you have that brainstorming session, an idea can come very, very quickly because of that 1-2 minute exercise. And that's kind of what we do, at least.
That explains your videos a lot.
That explains the videos. That 100%. Yeah.
It's a great idea. It really is, because then you know what else it seems like that you get shit that's original, because there's a lot of been there, done that kind of content out there. Do you know what I mean? It's like,
well, I think it's getting worse because of, but with Instagram Reels, people use the same sound, right? And so they're using Reels to recreate content. And so the original stuff is almost it's kind of moving in parallel, I guess, if I had to kind of say now, because you are getting really amazing short form organic content, but then people try to reenact it, you know? Everything that we do, at least we try to do, is, you know, our inspiration is ourselves. It's not someone else. And we try to make it original, you know?
And Instagram's making a big push to original content now.
Totally.
Because they're seeing that everything is starting to look and sound the same. And they're like, the algorithm's going to push towards original and away from some of that trending stuff that thank God, because I can't lip sync for shit.
What, you don't want to do this? Interest rates. How much for down payment?
The whole thing, I can't even do the freaking point thing.
That's what I'm talking about.
I know.
Well, in fact, I watched one this morning that was an agent that was doing the pointing thing. Well, she would point, nothing happened. Then she'd do another point, and there was nothing there. And I was like, that's me. I can't do this either.
Also, like, have fun, like, make fun of yourself, right? Make fun of the industry, you know, have fun. Like, you don't need to take yourself so serious. We did this video. We recorded this song. It was all about follow-up, you know, and how fortunes in the follow-up and all that kind of stuff. And so my partner, Matt Chick, was the follow-up man. Did you guys see that one by chance?
No.
Did you see that video?
Now, where are most of your videos? Are they on your Facebook page? Or are they in?
Yeah, they're mostly on Facebook. Yeah, they're on both. Facebook's kind of easier for me to find them if you were to go. This one's a little older. It's probably 7 months ago, maybe we made it. But, you know, it's there's a song. Obviously, almost everything I do, there's a song to it, just because it's fun for me. But it's the follow-up man. And throughout that video, it was Matt Chick just randomly popping up in places saying, did you follow up? You know, and so there's scenes of me in the shower. He goes, did you follow up? It's me in the pool. Did you follow up? We put his head on a little piece of pepperoni as I was eating a pizza. Did you follow up? Right. And so the whole point of it was just to really express the importance of follow-up, right? Follow up. And so again, we try to make it original and just have fun with it. But follow-up man, banger of a video. Super fun. Again, we have fun. Everything we do, we have fun. Like, we're going to do one of our next videos is Have you guys ever put like the tarp in the bed of a truck and then filled it up with water?
Oh,
It's called
yeah. My
What is
son
it?
did that.
Of course, our ranch girl has.
There's a name for it. It's escaping me right now. And so we're going to do that. And there's a term called driving for dollars when you wholesale or clip. And it's when you drive through neighborhoods and you kind of target homes that have certain indicators like old rusty cars, tall weeds, busted up roof, certain houses that aren't being taken care of. And then you can skip trace that address to get the phone number and you call them and you can say, hey, I'm looking to buy your house cash. And so it's driving for dollars. And so it's going to be me, Matt, and some other people in the back of this truck. And we're going to be driving for dollars as someone's driving crazy through neighborhoods with this water splashing us. And we're trying to have conversations with people, you know? And so that's going to be our next one. I think.
I'm watching for it.
I can't wait for that one. I cannot wait. Okay, so I have to ask, you gave us two of your four, what did you call them? Impact.
Oh, impact laws.
Impact
Yeah.
laws. What are your other two?
So impact law number one is it's I am 100% responsible for my own security.
Oh,
I like
that's the second time we've heard that.
Because when you run a team and when you run a mega team and you have a ton of people on here, you know, a lot of newer agents, they want to pass blame on why they don't do certain things, you know, and they want to be held accountable at this level that is their responsibility. It's not my responsibility. You're an entrepreneur. You got into real estate. You have to run a business like it's your business, you know? And so that was like super important to us that we need to address, dude. Like if you make it, it's on you. If you lose, it's on you. Like it's not on us. And so as we interview agents who are interested in joining our team, like we go through these in detail and in depth and really elaborate on each one and talk about them. And it's something we say, like the whole team says them together, every team meeting. It's something we really need to lean into. Like we like to say we're cult-like. We're not a cult, but we're cult-like. And so we kind of go through that. So you're 100% responsible for your own security is number one. Number two is you are the predominant creative force in your life. Number three is I will not expect any opportunity until providing value first.
Oh,
Nice.
I love that.
And so our team is all go givers, right? There's nothing that's held behind a secret door. Everyone knows if you know it, you're fucking answering it. If you know the answer, you're answering it. If someone needs help, you're helping them. If someone needs you to go on an appointment with them and they ask you, you fucking go if it's in your schedule, right? Like we are here to help each other. We're not here for you to grow and get whatever you can get and then bounce, right? Yep. You are part of our culture. You are part of our community and you're here, right? And if you're here, you got to give. You got to give. And then the fourth one is you choose to live your life with your unique ability up front.
Those are awesome.
So those are the four things that we kind of abide by. And that's kind of what creates the culture of what impact is. The culture of us is definitely, I think, something that separates us from a lot of other teams. People, you know, when they walk in here, they can just feel it. They know it. It feels very comfortable. If they're like us, you know, they're like, holy shit, this is where I want to be. And it's because those laws, I believe that mostly number three, that kind of creates the culture and everyone is themselves. You know, we got like, I'm looking at two of my agents right now and they're dressed in t-shirts. One of them's wearing a fucking Hawaiian shirt. He's from Miami. He's got this really weird Miami vibe going on with him. Yeah. But we're just ourselves and we're just go givers and we just try to help as many people as possible.
So that's so similar to what we heard yesterday from Nick, right? Yeah. Nick was talking about everybody needs to be crystal clear on their three values and three beliefs, which is really close to your four things. Yeah. Because it's like the same thing.
Yeah. Well, and it creates certain expectations from the team to us, right? So respect is a two-way street. And so when an agent joins our team, the other agents on our team need to make sure that we're abiding by what we say we're going to abide by. And the people on our team are also going to abide by these laws that they've been abiding by. And so it creates this very black and white transparency of what the expectations are from them to us. And so it's important for me, like it's how we treat our agents is very, very important to me. When you have as many agents as we have, it's very difficult to give all 35 of them like an hour of my time every single day. Right. Like it's very, very difficult. And so how do you give them the love and nurturing that they're looking for when you can't do it one-on-one, you know? And to me, it's through your team values, your team beliefs, how you preach your team beliefs, how convicted are you, your conviction towards what you want to achieve, what is your goals, how often do you talk about it, how vulnerable are you? Because that's huge. You need to make sure if you fucked up, own that shit, right? You need to be vulnerable. You need to open yourself up. And because that helps way more than you think, right? We are not, my coach always says, we are not the hero. We are a coach. Like we're not here to save the day every single time. We're here to coach them through things. And to help them coach through things, they need to go make their own mistakes. We don't go and fucking save them every time they make a mistake. We coach them on it, you know? And so I think our 4 laws just help have that mutual respect and understanding and expectations of each other.
And it's so crystal clear. It almost seems like you can tell even through your video what you guys believe. Like that was those 4 laws were no surprise when you said them. Yeah. After talking to you, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. So I know we kind of got off the topic of video, but yeah, those are our laws.
Those were awesome.
Well, thank you.
You can also see from the laws what you guys put into your videos and how authentic that actually is, just by, you know, hearing where you're coming from, you know. I mean, that what a huge amount of clarity to have to give to your team. You know, I mean, most teams are not built that way.
Well, I think a lot of people they have a scarcity mindset, and, you know, we get a lot of agents who have left other teams, and it's like baffling to us. We have this dude on our team. He came in over like January or February early this year. And on his previous team, he did, I think 12 units last year, and he didn't know how to write a contract. He didn't know anything about paperwork. It was all done in-house, you know, and my belief, which I'm 99% sure is correct, is they wanted to handcuff him, right? They don't want to give him access to all the goods, because then he's dependent on that team. Like we're very much the opposite of that, where it's like, whatever we know, you know, and our audience on socials, like we want to be authentic and we want to give everything we can, you know, as much information as we can, we'll give it. We don't have a scarcity mindset whatsoever. Like we know there's a ton of fucking business out there, and it doesn't matter if you know what I know, right? Are you going to implement it? Are you going to go do it? If not, that's on you. If you are, fucking great. I'm happy I helped move your life forward, you know. But scarcity mindset's fucking killer. You know, it kills so many people, and it drives me fucking nuts. You know, it drives me nuts. It's just not how I was made.
Well, and mindset, because I'm huge there as far as having, you know, clarity in my mindset and putting it where it needs to go, and not weighing down where, you know, life drags you down. In fact, I refuse to hang with those that don't have kind of a similar mindset.
Yeah.
Because I mean, and Belladonna knows, I mean, I've had hurdles, and had it not been for my mindset, you know, which is crucial to get through some of the toughest times you'll ever go through in your life, professionally or personally.
Big time. So we coach mindset all the time. My partner, Matt Chick, is kind of the motivational one. I'm much more of like the detailed executor kind of guy.
Seriously? Because he seemed pretty motivational. If he's the motivational one, like, what the hell, dude?
He is a different level. He belongs on stages. He belongs in front of a crowd. He's very good at what he does. But we coach mindset all the time. Like we are big into it. We have this program called Impact Elite, and it's something you have to opt into, and we control your schedule. We control your activities. Again, you opt into it. So if you don't want to, like, amazing. But if you want to be held accountable at a different level, if you want to be told what to do, then you join Impact Elite. And we read a book together as well. And so every morning we go through the book, we talk about the book. And so like something, mindset is just a big thing for us. You know, like it's not something that we joke about. Like it's a big deal.
So one of the things, and nobody ever takes it seriously, in my opinion,
Yeah.
especially with new agents, there's a series of things we teach. And the number one thing I teach is mindset and get control of your goddamn morning, and get control of your head before it
Yeah.
runs off without you.
Yeah.
And nobody takes it seriously. Nobody. And they think it's like I don't know, foo-foo, whatever, girly, it's not going to matter until they hit the wall and everything falls apart and they're a hot mess. And you're like,
Mhm.
well, what have you been listening to, reading to, watching, doing, saying, writing? Oh, nothing. Oh, what a surprise. You're a shit show.
Yeah. So I like to use this analogy of a restaurateur, someone who opens up a restaurant. And so if you've known anyone who has opened up a restaurant, or you've seen a movie about someone who's opened up a restaurant, you know that the owner is probably one of the hardest working motherfuckers you'll ever see. They wake up before everyone else. They go to the market. So they got to go do things. When they first open up, they're covering 4 or 5 different positions in the restaurant. They don't have a GM. They're trying to watch expenses. They stay up later than everyone else. They have to pull out a giant business loan to pay for the brick and mortar and to pay for everything that goes into it. And so that's an entrepreneur, right? And that loan that he has to take out is almost, I call it a luxury, because that is the fire in his belly that makes him want to succeed. Of course, he's passionate about food and passionate about running a business, but now he has a legit responsibility to pay back this loan that he's acquired. And so he works harder than anyone else to make it happen. When you jump into real estate, you run a business for about $1,500. If you fuck up and you fail, who gives a flying fuck, right? You jump right back into the workplace and you just continue living your life. And so we don't have this underbelly fire burning in us that we have to pay back this loan, right? We got to find that why and that fire and that passion and that excitement from somewhere else, which comes from changing your mindset on what is possible. And so you have to go into it with, and I'm super empathetic to it. Like if you aren't accustomed to an entrepreneurial life or world, like it just doesn't click. And so like a great example is my wife. She has it doesn't register to her, right? She like anything, like I can go watch this motivational video from fucking Gary V, right? Let's say, and she'd be like, this is boring as fuck. And I'm like, babe, this is amazing shit, right? This is amazing shit. Because she's not in it. She's never been in it. She doesn't understand it. And there's a lot of agents coming over who have never been in it. They don't understand it. And they don't know the importance of it. And they need to go through some fucking trial and tribulation to go, I cannot let this affect me for sure.
Suffer a little.
Yeah, 100%, because they don't understand it otherwise. They don't get it. And like I was telling an agent the other day, he texts me. He's not on our team. He just texts me. He's like, dude, I just missed out on 3 deals that could have netted me $120,000. I just need some words of wisdom. And one of the things I said to him, I was just like, dude, like you have to find a way to not let this change your output, right? You can't let it drag you down. You can't let it change your tonality of your voice when you're talking to people. You can't let it do certain things to you. And that comes from just fucking coaching, and it comes from journaling, and it comes from reading, and it comes from self-reflecting. Something that I recently have done is, I was journaling and I told myself I need to commit more time to myself. Like I have my morning shit, but I really want to give myself another half hour to an hour every night to really kind of self-reflect on what transpired, what I need to work on, what I did poorly, what I did good, conversations I had with agents, just like kind of a self-reflect half hour to an hour thing. And so I fucking stupid. I go, okay, so what goes good with me sitting by myself outside for an hour? I go, oh, cigars. Okay, cool. I'm going to really get into cigars. Now I smoke a fuckload of cigars because of this stupid goddamn fucking hour by myself. I'm like, what an idiot.
Okay. Joe Vitale. Do you know Joe Vitale?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Joe Vitale. That's his big thing. He takes 30 minutes and he goes outside in his backyard on his back porch and whatever little Texas town he's in. I can't remember the name. And he smokes his cigar and he swears. He calls it, and he sends smoke signals to the universe. For what he
Oh my
wants.
God. I am stealing that. I
Dude, he
fucking love that.
swears by it. Swears by
I
it.
love that.
So you're sending smoke signals to the universe.
Fucking A. That's right.
There you go. You just got a
But
lot of
just-
signals to send.
Just, you know, just having that time to really self-reflect and do something, you know, and we do, me and my partners every morning, we do what's called a daily 6. And so we write down the 6 things we're going to get done that day. We share them with each other. I do affirmations every morning just to get my head wrapped around it because it's so easy to wake up, get busy, just go and do. We don't really go and do anything with purpose, right? We just kind of go and do because we know we're supposed to go and do. So I think affirmations, however you want to do affirmations, right? Like it could be the cliche kind. I'm going to be a great husband today. I'm going to be a great business partner. It could be like that, or it could just be fucking meditating on whatever, but just having some sort of clarity to start your day. So it gives you a direction to go and do with purpose. That's something you want to achieve. It could be 5 minutes, half hour. Don't give a fuck. It could be something written down, but something to remind yourself on why you're doing what you're doing and how you want to do it and what you want to achieve, just to get your day going in the direction you want. So just those 2 things, like it could change your life, you know, and it can change your mentality. It can change your attitude. It can change your why. It can change why you're doing things. It can change if you had a shitty day, it can turn it into a great day. It's so important to have that time to self-reflect, to have a morning where you start off with a purpose, to meditate, whatever that is, but to put effort into yourself and your mindset. It's life-changing. It's life-changing.
Yes, it
And
is.
it's career-changing.
It is. And I'm a huge believer there because I'm a big journaler and I read a ton of books, and meditation in the last 2 years has become my best friend. And I do affirmations because I'm a badass.
and that is one of her affirmations. I'm a badass.
I am a badass.
I am a badass.
One of Tamra's affirmations.
Fuck yeah. I mean,
Well,
one of
I have
my
three, and
affirmations
I have
is
3 affirmations
Is it
that I
bad
tell
that one of mine
myself
is
all
I'm
the time.
incorrigible?
What was that, Bella?
I said, is it bad that one of mine is I'm incorrigible?
incorrigible. No, that's not that.
But I think we have to remind ourselves what it is that we want out of life, what we want out of our careers.
Totally.
And because if you have no direction, then you can't have a purpose.
Yeah. So like one of the very last affirmation that I read to myself every morning is, I am here to change people's lives.
Oh, that's
know,
great.
And so it keeps me grounded on, you know, when an agent wants my time and I feel like I'm too busy because I have something I need to go do. I need a reminder to go, why the fuck am I here? Right? Is it for me to go do whatever I got to go do? Or is it for me to answer this person's question and so they can move on and they can eventually change their life? You know, it's those little things that we take for granted that I seem to forget. And I need reminders, right? I am here to change people's lives. I'm committed to it. I know that's why I was put on this fucking earth, was to bring people into my world, attract them, and change their fucking life for the better. You know, and I'm a big believer in, it's going to get a little dark, but like, I'm a big believer in thinking on my funeral, how many people are going to be there? You know? And
I do that too.
And I got this message from an agent on my team. She had no idea that I think about this often. And I actually got this from Gary Vee, kind of funny. But she sent me this voice message on my birthday last year. And she had no idea I think about this all the time. And she goes, I know this is going to sound kind of morbid, but on people's birthdays, I think about the future. And she's from Michigan. And she's like, I just envisioned the Michigan Stadium full of fucking people there to celebrate you when you decide to pass. Like your funeral is going to be packed because the amount of lives you impact. And so that like carried significant, like it changed my whole outlook on life. Just that one voice message on my birthday. And it's something I really committed to and really want to make in the forefront. And that's why it's an affirmation. It's because I believe I'm here to change people's lives, you know? And so we get so caught up in the busy work and so caught up in, oh, I got to go comp this house, or I got to get back to this client, where when someone needs you, you don't have the time, or you don't have the self-awareness to go, I am here and I am present for you in this moment right now. And I can go do whatever the fuck I got to go do later, because as a leader, that's our fucking responsibility. You know?
That's beautiful.
Yes.
And it's kind of interesting. It's kind of interesting that you just brought that up, because I'm rereading a set of books that I've read many times in the past, but I have not read recently for probably like 15, maybe even going on 20 years, by a guy named Carlos Castaneda from the 60s. And his mentor tells him to use death as his advisor. Use death as your advisor. Now, it got stolen by the guy that wrote the four, whatever. He totally plagiarized the original.
Yeah.
And so 4 Commitments or whatever the fuck. But
Whatever the fuck.
yeah, but he was like, so whenever you're starting to get, maybe you're acting in a way, you're acting like a shit, or you're getting too upset over stuff that doesn't matter. Like you're getting too spun out over something that's, a deal that's getting sideways, or an agent that's being, or whatever. And he says, turn around and look. He says, death is standing behind you at all times, 1 second away from touching you on your left shoulder. Turn around and look at death. Look at death right in the face. It's getting ready to touch you. Now, if death chooses when to touch you, and you never know when the touch is coming. But if it was coming right now, would you keep acting this way? Yes or no? And it will snap you out of your shit.
That'll hold you accountable, right?
Like, do I have time? Do I have time to do whatever I'm doing, or feel how I'm feeling, or act how I'm acting, if death touched me in the next second? And if the answer is no, quit that.
That can be applied to your entire life. That can be applied to your relationships. It can be applied to your relationship with your wife, your kids, your work, your teammates, your whoever. It can be applied to every aspect of your life.
Yes.
And that's also like me and my wife signed up for fucking marriage counseling just because we wanted to get a stronger relationship, not because we're struggling, but it's like, we just want to be closer, and so improving. So we always talk about living a technicolored life, not just, we're not here to go make a ton of fucking money and do dick with it. Right? We're here to make money. We're here to help people out. We're here to live the life we want to live. I'm not going to project what my perfect life is on you, right? If you want to go sell 6 houses a year, fucking amazing. If that's going to go accomplish whatever goal you want to go accomplish, amazing. Mine is to change the fucking world. Your ambition does not need to match mine, right? It does not. Like, it is, I am 1000% empathetic or understanding of a mom who wants to sell 6 houses to have amazing vacation money to go do some dope shit, right? Whatever it is. But it's we are here to live a technicolored life. We're here to go do whatever we want to do. We have life goals, we have business goals, we have family goals, we have personal goals. And so something, when an agent comes on board, something I do with them is we do what's called a 411. It's a KW thing, goal setting activity. We came from KW, FYI. The very first question I ask them is, what are your top 5 bucket list items? No one can really spit out their top 5 bucket list items, because apparently no one ever asked them that question before. So we start talking about what they want to go do. And I go, okay, so 411 is a goal setting activity. We break it down. So it's your yearly goal and your monthly goals and your weekly goals and your daily goals. And so we kind of reverse engineer what your goals are. And so I say, the very first thing you're going to go do is you're going to pick something from this bucket list item, and you're going to put it on your calendar in the next 12 months. You're going to go home. You're going to ask your spouse, and you're going to say, hey, I've really wanted to go shark diving. When can we go? Right? That's on my bucket list. I really want to go swim with great white sharks in a shark cage. When can we go fucking do it?
Wait for it. Wait for it.
Yeah. Fucking love that shit. Dude, my son's bedroom is all like shark fucking shit. Eating sharks.
I got more up on this wall.
So you get it then. You get it.
I get it.
But we're here for those reasons, right? We're here to go do and change people's lives. You know, so I had this, I took my grandma to lunch yesterday. And I haven't seen her in a while. And one of the first questions she asked me, she goes, are you still a good person? And I go, pretty heavy question, Grandma. Like, I just hugged you hello 5 seconds ago. That was the very first thing that came to your mouth. And she goes, well, I'm just curious, like, now that you're kind of doing what you're doing and you have all this money and you're doing all these things, like, are you still a good person? And so I said the cliche. I'm like, well, Grandma, like, you know, I believe money is just, money will just magnify who you really were before, you know? And so I like to think I'm still a good person, you know, and I just use money to help other people do whatever they want to do. And so like now I'm able to go like give crazy ass tip amounts. You know, I tip like fucking 300% almost everywhere I go, you know, as long as they deserve it. Like whatever it is, you know, there was a guy on our team. He's like, bro, I'm broke as fuck. You know, like I need to get by. And so I lent him a significant amount of money and he's paying me back per deal. Like I'm able to go do things that will change people's lives because of the money that I got. But that is part of me living my technicolored life. Like me making money is not to make me feel good. It's for me to go implement it and push it out into the universe and the world, however the fuck I want, to help change people's lives, you know? And so it's important. That's one of the first things we talk about is living that technicolored life. Why are you here? Why did you jump into real estate? What do you want to accomplish? What is your income goal? And why is your income goal that number? And what are you going to do with it? You know, and sometimes it is selfish reasons, and that's totally okay. It's you, it's your life. You live however the fuck you want. Me, like mine's different. So someone else is going to be totally different. But as long as you have a clear understanding of why you're here and how you can live that technicolored life, then we're on the same fucking page. You know,
I love that.
Well,
I don't know why we started talking about that shit.
I actually can't think of a better way to like wrap this up today. That was gorgeous.
That was definitely.
Well, I don't know if I really provided a lot of value. I feel like I just talked about myself. But
Who here
Oh,
thought
no, you did.
he
Lots
provided
of
a
value.
ton of value? Who
That
here?
was a ton.
Love what you're
More,
about.
I
do.
think it was more than we actually expected you to give. So
Yeah.
Everybody
great. Well,
that's so let's take a poll of now. I can see you. Remember, so raise your goddamn hand. So who here felt like of all the stuff we've gotten so far today, this one made you feel the most comfortable about getting in front of a camera and just being yourself? Like it's okay to do that. Yeah, out of everything, right? And that's the first, that's the biggest challenge. We should have had you on day one. Because
You're very motivational and it really resonated. So
well, I'm glad.
you gave tremendous.
Well, again, I'm an
today.
open book. And so like, if you guys need anything, questions, want to just fucking call the bitch and moan about something, like anything you guys need, like connecting with agents and again, trying to change people's lives is just what I'm all about. And so like,
and
never
just
feel
don't
weird
delete
about
your
it.
message in his messenger. He doesn't like that.
That's right. Don't send me a fucking message and then unsend it, because I will call you out on that shit.
Yeah, I sent it because it was the wrong message to the wrong person. And I was like, oops.
I was like, hey, what is
And he comes
this?
back and
What
he's
did
like,
that say?
You don't delete messages. And I was like, that was the wrong message to the wrong person.
That's right. That's right. But yeah, so you can find me on all socials, just Jeremy Fuhst, you know, if you guys ever need
send
anything,
it out
let
to
me know.
everybody. We'll
Okay.
we'll when we send out the email tonight, you guys, we'll send you links to all his social media.
Even if, so I've had agents send me their car videos while they're driving, talking about themselves. You know, if you want someone to hold you accountable, or you want just another opinion, or you want someone just to give you something and you're too embarrassed to share it with anybody else, like I'm your dude, like just send it my way. Like I will watch it. I will critique it. I will give you feedback. I will do whatever the fuck you want me to do to help you move forward and create more video and put out more content. So I've done it all. I've looked like a fucking idiot in front of the camera. I have this whole so my video dude, sorry, one more story. So this video dude, so we go out and we talk a lot and we meet, try to get in people's worlds a lot. And so we go to these events and meetups all the time. So there's a whole video that my videographer has made of me going in for a handshake and the other person not shaking my hand. Right. So it's like so then I'm like, look at the camera, put my hand out, kind of a thing, you know, like I've looked like an idiot on all socials. I've made fun of myself on all socials. Like I know what it likes to feel stupid. I promise you. And so if you just need a backboard or you need just someone to feel stupid with you, just let me know. And I'm there.
That's awesome. Who doesn't shake your hand? Like,
well, it's like, I think it's my fault. Like, I feel like I go in at weird times, like they're not looking, you know, it's like they shake someone else's
like
hand.
bad timing.
Yeah. Like they shake someone else's hand. So then they start talking, but then I just come in right after and I'm like, you know, and I'll get it later. Don't worry. I'll get it later. Yeah. So I get made fun of because of that video all the time.
So awesome.
Thank you so much. I
Okay.
appreciate you doing this.
And our thing
Yes,
just
of
lit
course.
up. For the record, like this is the best engagement that we've gotten too. Like
Yes.
people just they were really, I don't know
Good.
what, but moved.
Well,
Yes, very much so.
I'm available anytime if you want to do it again. So you just let me know.
Sedate.
Yes, we do.
Sedate.
What do you say?
Oh, I think that was Beverly. Go ahead, say
Oh.
it, Bev.
Oh, no, I said, yes, we want to do this again.
Okay.
Yes. Out of all the
Good,
people
good.
we've had this week, you have been authentic, honest, and just like, I just like your values and the way you
Oh, thank
talk.
you.
It's just really, I have like 3 pages that I've already written and I've already
Oh,
friended
good.
you on like social media. So yeah,
Nice. Cool. Well, excuse the potty mouth. I know I swear
That's
more than
all right.
most on camera, but you know, it's just, again, I'm authentic to who I am. So
I feel like I've like really reined it back. Haven't I, Tamra?
Oh yeah.
Hard, because I really swear a lot. And I lived on an army base for 7 years with a bunch of fucking
Ah,
grunts.
there you go. There you go.
And so I've really reined it back over time. And so I almost feel like you gave me permission to kind of just,
Be you.
Yeah.
which is kind
just
of
be
scary.
yourself.
It's kind of
You-
scary though, because I turn people off pretty fast.
Same. We've had people leave our team because of it. You know, it is what it is.
Really?
Again, like you're gonna get it. Like you get all of us. You know, if you're on our
Hey,
team,
I
you
have
get who
4
we are.
teenagers, grown-ups. It's like, you hear it all when you're a mom.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. So what's funny is my mom is our sales manager,
Oh,
Which is
that's
amazing.
awesome.
which is amazing. And so
Have you taught her how to cuss?
yeah, that's my point. So now I'm like, it's so funny because I'm like, Mom, don't say fuck. You know, like she's like, I'm so fucking sick of this. I'm like, Mom, don't say fuck. Happens all the time. All the time. Or she'll slew words together where it's like I don't know, like that fucking dick. I'm like, Mom, don't use those 2 words next to each other, please. Like it makes me very uncomfortable.
That's funny. My kids say that to me. I'm like, well, I learned it from you. You're the ones that are like throwing it out there.
You know what I
I'm like,
think?
no.
You know what I think? Because when my mom swears, I think it's funny because it doesn't come natural and their cadence is a little off.
It's not natural, right? It's like weird.
This isn't in the right place. They don't quite, you don't feel the love. And for anybody, I will tell you, God rest his soul, funny motherfucker, Bernie Mac. Back in the days when he was authentically himself and he wasn't worried about scaring white people. And he was like the true Bernie, and he did the Kings of Comedy stand up. Go find the very first ever Kings of Comedy stand up.
Is that amazing?
Oh my God. Bernie Mac, he talks about it's the most versatile word in the English language. And he uses the word fuck like 23 times in one sentence, and it makes perfect sense.
So yeah, sure it
It's
does.
hilarious.
That's awesome.
So there, you're all tasked with watching the very first comedy.
Homework.
Tonight's homework.
That's
Tonight's
right.
homework. You thought it was going to be make a video, but it's not. Jeremy, man, I don't even know how to thank you. This was
thank you.
awesome.
Well, thank you guys for the invite. It wouldn't have happened without you guys. So I appreciate you, and anything you guys need, just let me know.
Okay, we'll be reaching out.
Okay. I'll talk to you guys soon.
All right.
Have a good one.
Thank
Okay,
you.
bye. Bye.
All right, you guys, was that crazy or what?
Yeah, he
That
was
was
really
amazing.
awesome. I really
Wonderful.
got a lot out of that.
I just love him. But
And
we've been communicating via Messenger, back and forth since I reached out to see if he would even do this. And this is where it comes back to, I know that I align with those that I'm supposed to be with, is otherwise I would have never reached out to him. But I truly believe that he needed to be here.
Oh,
Yeah.
I feel like he's my brother from another mother.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. I mean, it's just one of those things, but it does come back to that whole, when you're aligned.
yeah, with the right people. And it's funny how you will align with people. Like, I think everybody on today's call loved him, but obviously I know plenty of people that are on this call. I like, some I know, some I don't know, who are like, you guys are sweet and It's not really the language you use. But at the same time, you're like, I love that guy. You know,
No,
what I mean?
his authenticity was awesome.
Yeah.
I think that's what I enjoyed the most. He was just real and put it out there. And I like the things that he's implemented, because they're things that we could do every day, but the way he put it, just, yeah,
Makes
I
it sound
really got
so
a lot
easy
out of it.
to do, right? Like so easy to do. Like, what did he say? He said, just post it.
Yeah.
Well,
Just
just
post
post
it.
it. But I loved his car one. So if you're getting nervous, then you just hit your video thing and then you just start talking and then you stop it. And then you go about your day and then you get back in the car and you start it again and you just start talking. And
Yeah.
you get yourself used to that camera. I had never thought about it that way, but what a cool way to get used to getting on camera.
Right. And you know,
Mhm.
something else that does is I used to do this all the time because I was oh, okay. Before we do this, everybody, the link to the survey, day 4 survey is in the chat. So please fill out the survey for day 4. And then, because it's really valuable for us. And it's also how we know who wants to hook up to be in the implementation groups or not. So day 4 survey. So when I was on so a lot of you guys don't know me personally. I started my career cold calling, and I would cold call 2 to 4 hours a day, 5 days a week. And I called for sale by owners. And that was my thing. That's what I did for like years and years and years. And I don't have them in here, but I have them in the other room. I used to distract myself because if all I did was stand there and make calls, I'd sound weird. I'd sound unnatural, right? Because like I was anxious and and I use scripts and then you kind of sound like you're using a script. So I had to distract myself while I was making my calls. So one of the things I would do is I can't juggle, but I'd have like 2 of those hacky sack balls and I would just toss them and catch them while I was on the phone, right? And it would like distract part of my brain that would get all constipated about making calls, so that when I was talking, I sounded like a normal human. The other thing I would do is I would jump on my skateboard. I had a longboard and I would jump up and down on it while I was
Or
making
your
calls.
trampoline.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
even your small trampoline. That was how you sidetracked your brain so that you didn't get overcome with the fear of cold calling.
Yes. It distracts you. You can't be scared to do something while your brain is actively engaged in something else. It just, that was one of my little tricks. That was one of my hacks. Right. So I think that's what driving does for you, because when you're driving, you're doing enough other stuff that you can just talk naturally. And you don't, as opposed to like, okay, I'm going to do this video. And now I'm gonna, okay, go. And you're doing nothing else. You're just talking to your phone. And that can come across as kind of unnatural sometimes, right? The real you doesn't come through as much as you.
And it would be fake.
Yeah.
Versus
It would have a
driving.
fake feeling to it.
Yeah. And you're just doing your thing. So I love it. All right. So I again,
we can never quit on time.
I know.
I've
From now on-
decided we give it an extra half hour on this challenge, because we're like, oh, we went over on the last 5-day challenge we did. So we'll go an extra half hour this time. And this time we give it an extra half hour. We still go over a half hour.
you just need to do 2 hours. From now on, all challenges are 2 hours. Doug said his problem is concentrating on the video instead of driving. So Doug, what you do is you have a holder for your phone. So it's totally hands-free. It's in the holder and you don't even look at the phone. You don't even look at it. You just talk. So you're just driving and talking. And can I tell you, so two of my best videos that got the most traffic, the most comments, the most impressions, the most likes. One of them, I had to do a video that day. I had to do it. And it was date night and I had to leave my office and pick up pizza and head home. And you guys saw my hubby. Oh, he's so sweet. So we have 2 date nights because one just isn't enough. So, okay. So anyway, I'm in my car and I didn't have a thing to hold the phone in my car because I didn't like car videos. So I just balanced my phone on like the dashboard. And then I'm late. So I'm going fast. So I go, whoa, and I drive like that anyway. So I just took a hard corner and now I'm live. I'm live on Facebook. Okay. My phone flies off my dashboard and it goes underneath down by my pedals. And it's live. So what the fuck? It's not like I can turn it off. And so now I'm shouting on my live. I'm like, oh my God, my phone just flew underneath it's under my accelerator pedal. And so then I kept doing the live, but now they're looking at my floorboard, right? The camera's pointed at the floorboard. And I finally get to where I'm at a red light. I'm like, fuck. So I'm like down there grabbing my phone and I pull my phone up. I'm like, I can't believe that just happened. Oh my God. Best engagement, best people. There were hundreds of comments. People were cracking up and they loved it because one, it's sure real. Like they saw it all happening and they heard me freaking out when it was down on the floorboard. I'm like, oh my God, it's live. I can't even turn it off and I can't pull over because I'm in traffic. So I suppose the point of that story is the more that kind of stuff happens, the better my engagement is. Right? Have you found that too, Tamra?
Yeah.
When it's
Well,
just
and I think you connect if you're using, your true authentic self and you just put yourself out there. I do believe that you're going to get more engagement because it's going to come through as the genuine you.
well, you can only fake it for so long, right,
Well,
lady?
yeah, I mean, because I have a YouTube channel and started my YouTube channel and was doing all of that a couple of years ago. And my first couple of videos, they sucked. They were horrible. I was horrible because I was too worried about what I was going to say. If I was
you're gonna say it.
how I was going to get it out there. And my biggest worry was, what the hell are people going to think once they see this? Instead of not worrying about who gives a shit what they think, you don't
like it, don't watch it.
Don't watch it. Shut it off. I mean,
Yeah,
and no matter what
that's
you
me.
do, haters are going to hate. The ones that aren't going to hate you are the ones that are going to vibe with you. So
I haven't
That's
done my last 4 days of videos because I've too self-conscious and
yeah.
When did that happen? Okay.
I don't know.
So who here, we're down to our last 10 badasses and you're all badasses for being here on day 4 at the last little piece. Roxy, I love that. Yes. She's like, your haters, your promoters, man, they get you more push. They get you more engagement on the algorithm. And so I've been going the rounds with a hater for 3 days. And so I have, and I've been super cool and super whatever, and super, actually been pretty chill. And then finally today I was like, dude, the real thing is you're just a keyboard bully. So feel free to fuck off my page.
Wow. Yeah, you have to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I kind of broke into the real character there. Okay. So who here is willing to commit? Because we're not going to make you do anything, and we can't. Who here is willing to commit to recording a video today on any subject that you please? Although I think it would be really fun if everybody did a car video.
Okay. I
And
gotta go somewhere in a little while so I can do that.
okay, but it doesn't have to be, right? It doesn't have to be. But I loved what he said today. Put your phone in your car, get in your car drive, and talk about who you are. So I think that would be an awesome video, but I am going to open it up and say, I don't care what your video is. You could do it about any bloody thing you want, right?
Mhm.
And post it in the Facebook group so that we can all see it. Post it in the group. And what did he say? Just post it.
Post it.
Post it on whatever social media platform you want. So we don't care. Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, whatever. Those are probably the main ones. Or TikTok, right? We probably have some TikTokers on here. So who's willing to commit to doing that? Everybody?
Yeah.
I'll do it. You're going to do it, Tamra?
I'll do it.
You gonna do it, Nico?
Yep.
Beverly's gonna do it. I see Doug nodding his head. I see Roxy shooting a video right now. Girl, are you doing a video right now? That's badass. Taking action in the moment, man.
There you go.
I freaking love it. Okay, and you know what? Here's what I'm gonna do. So Deanna Lee won the book yesterday.
Yes, she did.
Deanna Lee won the book for first video. Okay, I have one more copy of this book, The Miracle Morning. So you remember how much he talked about how important like what he does in his morning is? This is a freaking awesome book. I've got 2 copies. I'm going to give this book to whoever drops the first video in the Facebook group today. So
I think Roxy's doing it right now.
Oh, well then Roxy's going to be getting a book. We'll see. All right, guys, it's officially
Sorry,
12:01.
memory is full. Memory is full in my phone.
Love it.
So what was the book called? Miracle Morning?
Yeah, The Miracle Morning.
Okay.
It's an awesome,
Such a good book.
awesome book.
I can't even count how many times I've read that book.
I know. And I have his worksheets. I've done his classes. I've listened to his podcast. I have his second book, The Miracle Equation, which is really good too. Because what he went through in The Miracle Morning is only half the story.
Yep.
After this book, he contracted one of the rarest and most deadly forms of cancer in the world. You have like a 10% chance of survival.
Wow.
And he beat it. That's in the second book. And that was when he was like 35. Like
Yeah.
Wow.
you know, as if he hadn't been
Yeah, I
doing
just got it on my
awesome. So
listening.
this book, we're going to send it to the first person to drop a video in the group. So go drop a video and we will see you guys for our last day. We got a super, super exciting. Oh, Roxy. Yeah, her cell ran out. No worries. Super, super exciting speaker for tomorrow to kick off the last day of the video challenge.
Yep. Bring your questions.
So
She'll answer all of your questions while she's here.
yep. So hook us up, please. Please. Do we ever ask you for anything? No. Fill out my damn survey. Okay. Fill out the survey.
I already did.
Yay. And if you can't, because when we shut the Zoom, the links will vanish. You will also have a link in the email that I send you guys today with the replay video. Sound good?
Awesome.
Okay, all. We will see
All right. Have a great rest of your
See you
day.
tomorrow.